guys, Monica Weakley here. You know how you're supposed to post about real estate every single day on Facebook? Yes, you do. And the reason is, if we don't remind our Facebook friends what we do for a living and how we help people, they will forget about it. We know it's our job to inform, educate, and demonstrate what we do for a living. Well, I'm coaching agents all around the country, and they understand that, but they're not doing it. And I ask them, why aren't you doing it? Probably just like you. And they said, Monica, we don't know what to post. Can we just borrow your stuff? Because I love creating Facebook posts. And these can often be used over on Instagram as well. So I said yes, and people were borrowing my stuff. So I created finally a product that you can sign up for free. It is free, guys. There is no reason for you not to sign up for this. It's ghostposter.com, GHOSTPOSTR, no E in there, just TR.com. And what you're going to get is you're going to get a Facebook posting idea to your email every single day. So not only do you have this great idea, but you've been reminded, oh yeah, I need to post. And that's Monday through Friday. And if you don't love the post or you think, gosh, I'd like something else, well, you're also going to get access to a library of over 600 different posts for you to choose from by category. You're going to love it. Go sign up, ghostposter.com. Don't waste a minute. And then be sure to join the private Facebook group. All right, I'll see you in there.
We are going to talk about what to say to buyers and sellers in this shifting market. So I am here with Louise Potter. Hello, Louise.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Good. I'm glad you could join us. And you are now the regional operations manager. Yes.
One of the regional operations manager. Yep.
And you're in charge of the broker teams at EXP in 5 different states. Which states do you cover?
Well, you would ask me that. I'm in Arkansas, I'm in Louisiana, Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma.
So we no longer have you in Ohio, which makes me very sad.
Well, I'm still a broker in Ohio, so okay. You know, my heart will always be in Ohio. So
you'll still yell at us. That's good. I'm glad to know that.
Yep, be glad to yell at you anytime. Just let me know.
Let's talk about, everybody's talking about the market and the changes in the market. And let's say we have a client that they want to list too high for the market. They want to list for the market that was, I mean, like 4 days ago, it feels like, but like last year. So how do we kind of get through some of this objections?
Well, it's kind of a multi-fold approach because, you know, keep in mind, they're reading articles being written, even like in Realtor.com, that are being written by people who've never seen a market other than the one that we're coming out of right now. So, you know, this is housing prices are crashing. Things are, you know, oh my gosh, market time is shooting up. And I mean, I'm reading these adjectives.
I mean, it is shooting up if you go from 1 hour to 4 hours. That is a long time.
It is a big difference, but we're talking increments.
Yes, true.
When market time was 6 months, you know, it's all relative. So, and that's keeping the perspective on our part is probably the very first step here. So I'm not going to walk into my listing presentation telling the seller that we're going to sell their house in 1 to 4 hours. Golly Neds, it may take up to 5 to 7 days right now. Who knows?
Right.
You know, so laying the groundwork in your initial presentation is really where it all starts.
Yes.
And doing your research so you understand what the realities of your market are.
Well, and there are some like resources to make sure that like you're staying kind of like up to date. Do you have some favorite ones that you like, or?
Well, you know, locally, most of your MLSs and your boards have a really good news department.
Yeah.
You know, they have the aggregate statistics for days on market and average prices, so you can see what the trends are. Some of them even break it down into neighborhoods. So start utilizing that. You know, there's a resource I've been using lately, which I've never used that often, but NAR's website, their news, they have statistics on literally everything you can think of. It is amazing what they have. So, you know, go to nar.realtor and look at the news section and see what's in there, because I mean, they've got current real-time statistics.
Right.
You can keep a pulse on the market so that you can walk in with some, authority and some very valid statistics. I mean,
Yeah.
what Lawrence Yun has to say is on there, and some very, very high-end good information. So educating yourself is probably the first thing that you do.
Well, that gives you like confidence, right? So like if you know something, then when you go to help and consult a client about the strategy of how to get to their goal, sell the house, buy a house, whatever it is, then your language is different, right? Your posture is different. Like you feel confident about it and you're like, this is what's happening. Like that's not happening anymore. Like we can try to list high, but like if you don't sell the house, what is the problem that creates for you?
Right. So, Mr. Seller, let me explain absorption rate to you. If there are 10 houses on the market and right now only 5 are selling every 5 months, that's 1 a month, there are, 6 other houses competing with yours. If we're going to go high, you're going to be the last one sold. Are you okay with that?
And that's assuming nothing else comes on the market.
Exactly.
So before it was like for every house on the market, there's 27 buyers, right? So it's like I can understand their thought process around, well, those 27 buyers, they couldn't buy one house, so there should be 26 buyers left. Yeah, right. But who are those buyers that are left, right? Like we're not seeing, like, here's the data, to your point, here's the data. We're not seeing things going above, like what's the percentage that they're going above? Like the list price. And
when you look at those 27 buyers, how many of them were real valid buyers?
Right.
Seriously.
Well, and with the interest rates up, how many of them can still buy?
Right. Exactly. Because that house that was $1,800 here 6 months later, because of the rise in the value of the house plus the interest rates, it's now a $2,800 a month house.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's a big swing there.
Right.
So
exactly.
We have to back it down a price range. But, when they were out trying to buy all the house they possibly could at that upper end, they also may decide not to buy. Or, the one thing I saw in our crazy market was how many people walked away after they got into it.
And yeah.
So to me, the buyers that are out there that are hanging in as the market starts to shift and starts to pivot, those are the buyers that are real buyers.
Yeah.
They're serious about buying.
Right. But maybe not willing to pay or have the extra money to just like write blank checks.
Exactly. My first house that I bought when I was 23 years old was at 14% interest.
Dang.
And I was happy to get it. Like I say, that's where it's all relative.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it was 14% interest and it was an adjustable rate mortgage. And that was in the days of negative amortization. So, it was like a triple whammy, but I was young and I was ignorant and I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. Sure. Great.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Well, yeah, there's always going to be buyers and sellers, right? That's the thing. And I think like for those people that work mostly with buyers, the ones that didn't feel like they didn't want to compete, or they didn't have the extra cash or whatever, now's a good time to start circling back with them and saying, okay, I think we may have a shot here. Like, let's give it another go and see what we get.
Absolutely. Let's sit down with the lender. Let's see how much house you can buy. Let's go ahead and go through the process. Let's get you prepared. Yeah. So when we find that house, we can act on it and buy it the right way.
Right. Exactly.
Crazy,
Exactly.
So it's all in the preparation. It's all in the education. And that's always been our job anyway, is to educate people.
It just felt like we kind of got away from that a little bit because it was just like, you didn't have to, right? It was like, well, there's no comps. What do you want to list it for? $1 billion? Okay, we'll try it. And then it was like, oh shit, it sold for $5 billion. Like, wow, like how did that happen? But like, it's definitely, what's that?
We got 100,000 above list.
Yeah. And it's like, now it is. And you're right. Like if we really look at the life cycle of a real estate agent, probably 85% of the real estate agents in this current market have never experienced anything different because of the turnover rate of this business. Right. So now is the time to get those educational tools in place. And even as simple as just watching that 24-hour market watch on the MLS is a huge education.
Well, now is the time for them to educate themselves.
Exactly.
on the, really now to build the toolkit on selling real estate.
Yeah.
What they were doing was not really selling real estate. That was a whole lot of trying to stop the water from coming over the dam.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but now's the time to learn how to sell real estate. How many of them never even held a real true open house because they weren't able to hold, they weren't on the market long enough.
Right.
So, or they had 500 people through an open house and 32 offers during that period. That's not the way it happens.
It's back to basics for sure. Well, if people want to get a hold of you, they have questions, what is the best way to do that?
They're always welcome to call me with questions or reach out to me. My email is Louise, Louise.Potter, Potter, @exprealty.net. Or my phone number, 614-226-6981.
I find it's always helpful to talk to people like you have been in the business for a long time, just to create some context around what's really going on, because you've been in business for a long time. Like you've seen a cycle, and real estate is cyclical, and that is just a reality. And you've seen more than one cycle.
I've seen many cycles. Yes. So, and it always comes back around. It does. And it's the ones who are built to last for the long haul are the ones who are successful over their career. It's like buying stocks. Don't throw them away because the stock market's, volatile right now. Go buy more.
Exactly.
Keep selling real estate. So.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, thanks for being on, Louise.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Monica here. I am so excited to introduce you to Real Estate Fight Club's newest partnership, Cyberbacker. Cyberbacker is the best in the business for virtual assistants. How do I know this? Because I am a Cyberbacker customer and I love this company. I have my favorite, Frances. She is my Cyberbacker, been with me for over a year. She's amazing. She makes me better. She's eager to help. She's on time. She's disciplined. She's awesome. And this company, Cyberbacker, has figured out the system from the interviewing process to find out what I need, to the interviewing process to interview several Cyberbackers, to the onboarding process, to the training process. Very buttoned up, very awesome. You and I both know it's time for you to leverage. It's time for you to take that step, and Cyberbacker is a really safe, awesome solution. Make sure to mention Fight Club and you will be getting a free gift. All right, do it. Make the call. See ya.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a podcast.